It is 1:19 a.m. on a Thursday, and I just finished watching Velma. And yeah, I hated it. It's not a hot take to hate the show. The vast majority do. But like with anything related to Scooby-Doo, I really wanted to give it a shot, and I wanted to like it. But it is just so incredibly bad. When doing such a huge reinterpretation of a project, you really need to make your characters engaging or interesting. Change them all you want, I really do not care. I will always have the originals. But please make something good. Unfortunately for Velma, all of its characters are awful. The show wants to constantly reinforce this idea that everyone in the world is awful and the characters are awful intentionally. But that focal point is so fucking boring and immediately a stale idea to be used with Scooby-Doo characters. It's like the question of what if Superman was evil? The obvious answer is, well, that story would probably fucking suck. And 90% of evil Superman stories are atrocious. The same question is asked here. What if the Mystery Gang was annoying and mean to each other and constantly racist or sexist? The answer? Of course it fucking sucks. There is nothing interesting to be said with these questions. It's pure shock value that fuels the vast majority of the adult animation market. It sucks in those shows, and it sucks in this show as well. I think my biggest takeaway from the show is that it barely qualifies as a Scooby-Doo project. Yes, the big thing, Scooby's not anywhere to be seen. But also, for a mystery-solving show, the mystery fucking sucks, and it's boring, and it feels like it's being written episode to episode. Honestly, it feels like the mystery is written as an afterthought, and that this show was not built to be a Scooby-Doo show at first. It feels like a 10-episode discarded script from another shitty animated show, wearing loosely stapled skin masks of the Scooby-Doo characters. It seems to purely use the Scooby-Doo characters to propel its own narrative as an interesting aesthetic, and it just wants to push a narrative that isn't particularly interesting or clever. It's just Mindy Kaling constantly writing shitty joke after shitty joke and then delivering them with an aggressively bad vocal performance. I don't particularly care for any of the vocal performances in this show, but at the very least, they're doing something. But with Mindy Kaling as the lead, she uses the exact same tone of voice from like every single line, and it's just really sad to see because we have in the wings, in the other Scooby-Doo shows, an incredibly talented voice cast that is just so good at it. But because this was an ego project, Mindy Kaling couldn't even find another Indian woman to play an Indian Velma. It had to be her, and she had to just not take any voice acting classes. Acting and voice acting are very different. I don't think all Scooby-Doo products are incredible, but the shows are all watchable, and more than half of the movies are good. There's so much in the franchise and so many fun stories to explore. If you haven't seen Velma, I implore you to just skip it. It looks shitty, the jokes are bad, it's horridly boring, and it's got such a clear disdain for not just its characters, but also for humanity in general. It just gets hard to stomach for more than an episode at a time. It's like being punched in the face over and over again, and then being forced to pay for it. You don't get any satisfaction out of it. The season finale's bad. It sets up a worse season 2 that I do not hope comes to fruition. And it just leaves you with just such a poor taste in your mouth. Just watch What's New Scooby-Doo. If you need a gritty Scooby-Doo story, read Scooby Apocalypse. We didn't need this. I don't think I've ever disliked a Scooby-Doo product more, which is pretty sad to say. Because when this was first announced, I was excited. I was like, that sounds fun. I like this idea. I like these concepts. I'm always down for these like new interpretations of characters. I don't mind changing the races of characters because they were never super relevant to any of these main characters. But this is such a trash fire. Anyway, it's late, and I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed, and hopefully forget about this godforsaken show. Thank you all for watching this review. If you want to hear my thoughts on more Scooby-Doo stuff or movies in general, subscribe to the channel. Like this video, hit that bell, all that good shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.